However, it's brought to my attention the new hackers that are coming in are from Tennessee. 901 is Memphis. So that means somebody who has ties to Memphis, TSU, or anything of that sort. I'm also getting like Chattanooga. So these are the clinical researchers, lab technician. Also, this is giving me um, people from Louisville, Kentucky, Missouri, excuse me, confirmation, uh, Michigan, and Illinois. Okay, so we got a few people on the board. Also, I'm getting like New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, and New Jersey. But the main person who recently just hacked into this is that person from Tennessee. Okay, so whoever from Tennessee is the main person who just paid it. Someone's birthday, they could be an Aquarius. So it's like, well, make sure that you clear out and once you get into their account that you can suppress it like this and you could do it like that. Okay, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and a Taurus. Okay, this is someone hoping that they can still keep something, but heavy on the February Aquarius energy. This is like someone that was really, really hoping that they could do something. I don't remember what exact area was in Tennessee that got like flooded or whatever. So someone may have felt that they got rid of some type of information. But whatever information this is also someone that is now realizing that this person is trying to utilize them as like a monkey for their shit show. Because it's like one thing for sure, don't no monkey stop this show. Somebody's birthday is definitely February 9th, okay? Between the 7th or the 9th, okay? Because it's like one thing goes, you gonna know for sure, don't one monkey stop no show. Also, this is gonna be somebody that they're gonna figure out at the same time. Let this be a woman that she may have lied to some people in a court system or whatever. And even though it's like it's a simple little small delay, but it's like something like where somebody is looking into somebody and it's like, but I thought you said, like, I feel like someone's emotional manipulation is no longer working, okay, at all. Okay, they may have gave some sort of sob story. It's like, look, just look, listen, like, but I need to get a drink of water. Like, it's like, I told you not to get a drink of water. I'm trying to ask you questions right now. And then it's like, you know how somebody got to look at them confused, like, what is your reason for you to do this again? And I thought you said that this, like, somebody's getting questioned. So it's like, well, shit, let me try to get some people where I can still get my hands on it. So if I can't do it, I'm going to get my brothers and my nieces and nephews to do this. They about to get caught red-handed because it's like with YouTube, I'm going to screenshot it. But it's like usually I can have like you know, your regular YouTube where you can watch videos or something, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh, why don't you turn on this? But once you turn on certain settings on your phone, this allows them to figure out like, okay, well, what all videos are they watching? Are they watching this? Well, if we turn this off, they'll no longer know what we're doing over here. But unbeknownst to someone does not realize how the YouTube factor works because someone felt like, well, if they don't see what kind of things that we're doing on here, then they're not going to know what area we're coming from when we get ready to like try to manipulate them, and then they won't know exactly who has eyes on their webpage. Like somebody is really thinking it. Someone could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Also, this is a medical provider. This is giving a male doctor. Then it's like three other males that's involved in this. One black dude. Someone could also be a doctor, a police officer, and then somebody who's just like one person that could have been fronting this, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And it's like they're going to get caught red-handed trying to do something. It's like if it's not the IP address that's going to catch them, or it's like the hacker that they're looking to pay at this time, they're going to catch on to this. Also, it's something about their phone or information that's catching on to them, talking about something happening to a child, catching like what they did to a child for some type of money, and then something that they paid a person to do with some type of lab reports, like, you know, Capricorn, Taurus, or a Virgo, like they caught the conversation, and they also caught the conversation This is Tennessee crew. They also caught the conversation about who they paid for to do the lab works, or how they was going to, set up their system to manipulate the lab. Um, Also, they could have set up in this situation as well of what idea they had from one of these practitioners. They got a practitioner, and then like this person could work for like light company, internet, electricity, computers, um, current. So they could also do like cyber things as well. But this is also someone paying the judge. So it's like, well, if they can read the cyber thing so well, then they shouldn't be able to figure out what this is. Something about Sherelle, Shania, or something like Sherelle. This is also someone getting people from like Nashville, Knox County, Franklin County. Somebody's last name could be like Hutchison or something like that. But this is definitely someone that could be from like Memphis, Chattanooga, Franklin, like definitely heavy on Tennessee, but also Kentucky, Illinois, um, Indiana, Missouri, Virginia, Jersey, Vermont, Massachusetts. Like these are people that have these ties, and these are like someone like. But I thought you said that if they can only just see that in this, like they probably have been doing this research over the last few days. I'm getting like the last 8 days, because it's like ain't no way they're going to be able to communicate about who we just brought into the state to unalive them. This is a surgeon as well that they were trying to hide, who was supposed to be involved in this situation to help do this. This is a person that could be here. Like for somebody, you may think somebody is somewhere else. They're not. They're like literally near you, and they looking to like keep from information coming to you. But at the same time, this is someone that could have clearly said, like, say they did this restraining order in Tennessee, but they come to fucking Florida, and it's like, mind you, it's a restraining order. But mind you, that restraining order is not going to be effective in that state. But this is like someone trying to go to like Jacksonville or Tennessee. But this is also at the same time where it's going to be proven, where they're trying to hide the lie. I want to say July 2020. Yeah, between 2020, 2021, it's going to show in those records, whether they try to clean it up or not, that they had a Tennessee address on a file that had my name on it. So with them doing that, trying to like avoid of getting like child support or getting certain type of benefits, it's going to prove that. Also, it's going to prove that my folks here in Florida were involved in that. Also, like when it comes to like one of my girls, I'm pretty sure if they, did an exam on my daughters, like, pelvic exam, STD exam, I'm pretty sure one of them have some sort of STD, BV or something, for them to be such, small ages. I want to say Soraya is 2013. So she's 12. So Nina's 11. Zura is about to be 8, right? So with them, doing that, I'm pretty sure if they ran some type of test on my girls, it'd be certain things that they can prove that somebody is physically doing something they have no business. This is also going to show that the little sister wife group that they have out there in Clarksville, Tennessee, Fort Campbell, Kentucky area, Bowling Green, Kentucky, Paducah, Hopkinsville, Hoptown, Kentucky. Because a lot of people, if they were stationed at Fort Campbell at that time, it was a high rise for a lot of people getting like the herpes, chlamydia, and things like that. But then it's like them trying to avoid certain things, information to be found out. And with them, looking to avoid this, this is like someone is not realizing that they already caught on to them trying to, do an unaliving. They also been working with Veronica, this Cancer energy, and then it's like them, Veronica's been very adamant with trying to do this unaliving and getting people and working with, like, yeah, we can do this, but also her having the ties, trying to utilize her dad, Robert Shields, and it's like dad, like, yeah, she really did this to me, like, like sometimes she could emotionally manipulate her dad or make him, like guilt tripped him. Especially with, her mom passing. Like, I didn't like how she would do that with her dad and be like, well, my dad likes you better than me. And it's just like, she was just very fucking manipulative. But I feel like certain people are starting to catch on to this situation, but it's also like, she put a guy, her brother involved in this, Arthur, which is the Air Force. So it's like some of his Air Force friends probably was like interested in trying to figure it out. But once they figure it out, these are like females that did like, they became like debutantes or Delta Gyms when they were like in high school or something like that. So that's giving like Alabama, Georgia people and stuff like that, Marietta, Macon, Georgia, and shit like that. But this also, Atlanta, Georgia, Alabama, that gives like Laverne, Birmingham, and stuff like that. But the source literally lead to Veronica basically having her dad, she'll emotionally guilt trip him. But it's also, she had this way to persuade people like, oh, I wouldn't be like that. I don't be like that. But she literally had this like secret thing with James and his mom. Well, Veronica was the one that had the tie to Chattanooga for the clinical research. Also, she had the tie with Tennessee State University, the HBCU, the historical black college up there. So the certain things that she would try to keep, concealed of what she was doing there. But it was also at the time when she was there, and she knew at that time that it was around that time, either before or after. It was around that time where I met him, but he was going there. He was probably going to Austin P at that time, not knowing that they knew each other prior to, which was something that she was hoping to conceal. But she also had figured out some information when she was doing her clinical research about, certain parts of my life that she knew I didn't know, but it was like she'll question. But also, she also allowed my ex-husband to know certain things. So Veronica and James had been working conclusively, and she realized she used her sorority Delta sisters to help her to go ahead to justify why she was why they both were looking to unalive, right along with Michael Lawrence Alexander, to do an unaliving, right? But then, like, the main corporate of this person to carry this out was their mom, who was an Aquarius, which also used Jasmine, which she could manipulate her. But Jasmine was into this stuff in the background, right? So this is like one of the secrets that they've been trying to, keep quiet, or hoping that whatever it was that they were doing, that they'll keep continuing to have the runaround to avoid me having to speak up, speaking the truth, knowing how it will go down. Also, not being able to prove the fact that Montgomery County, Clarksville, Tennessee, of how they was doing things. Also, this was James' way to hide the fact that he had been messing with Ayanna and Adrian, but mainly Ayanna. But he did assault Adrian at that time. That's why it was like when he did get abused and it was something he was trying to tell me. That's why I understood why Adrian was okay with when it came to the last guy that I was dealing with or whatever. Because like it took for him to tell me, for me to realize like, damn, my son got assaulted by, James. And it's like she's trying to conceal his image. And then these two, Mike not really knowing, clueless, like he was involved because Regina was basically like when their dad passed away, Mr. Charles Parham, it was like the family got some type of money. But then also Hildred Parham, which was their mom, she also left them plenty of things. Plus they got left land. And with them getting that, a lot of things which their uncle Ricky Parham knew that it was certain things before that man passed on. He left for me, James, and my kids. Regina got a little bit greedy. James was okay with it because it was money, but also James, he likes money. He went along with Veronica, but it was also other females and dudes in his city, unbeknownst to his family, knowing that this man did this. So Regina and James, but then also when they had my friend, well, he ain't my friend. I worked with him in the Army at Fort Campbell, Michael Lawrence Alexander, which was, Staff Sergeant at that time. But he also had ties to the base. So we were 101st Airborne 159 before we got disbanded. And then they end up finding out like around that time, James and some other gay boys in Clarksville, Tennessee, they built the website. So most of the download bait pages that you see, he's been behind it, but it was certain money that he was getting from it, but also he was getting from doing videos. Like if they really start digging into Regina Taylor Parham and James Henry Taylor V in Veronica, they will see that prior to all this stuff, the child trafficking, she also had access to the court cases when it happened to my son, Marcus Antoine Phillips, because it was like, how the fuck you called me before the prosecutor called? So it was certain money that they were trying to give me a quiet settlement so I wouldn't come back to the court when it came to Marcus. And with that money, James ended up calling his sister, Dominique Walden from New Jersey, to go ahead and open up a nursing account. But they was going to run it in a particular way. So the longer that he stayed married to me, they needed for Sheila to get custody of Marcus to keep the money going. So mass majority of this, and also with Ayanna, they had basically utilized Ayanna when it was time for them to take out baby James, because they couldn't, baby James was not going to cooperate, and he was not going to be too far from me. But with that, situation, Sheila ended up getting paid to be quiet. They knew this shit was going to happen around 2020. So this was a premeditated fucking crime. But Regina, Sheila, James, and Veronica, they have a very good way to emotionally manipulate a lot of people. But I feel like whatever judge this is, this judge know what's going on. So right now they really was trying to figure out or hire these people, these hackers, which it was one girl that I want to say her last name was like Scott or Allie or something like that. It was some girl that he would play on the PlayStation, on the PS5, and he would chat with her from time to time when we was in Colorado. And he'd be like, oh, you're just jealous. But he was talking to her, but her dad also had ties to like, I think that he ran like a furniture store, but he also had ties to like people to work on computers and things like that. So this is how I know for a fact that they're working together right now. They're looking to collaborate to work with a clerk, which is tied to Carla and Shane, that's in Jacksonville, Tallahassee at this time. So I feel like whatever it is that they're looking to hack or make sure like, oh, she ain't gonna know what we looking at and who's the people looking into her if we clear this out of her database. Or, we have I have a friend that work at YouTube, but whoever the person that recently just did this not too long ago, because I was like, why am I not able to just like scroll randomly? And it's like, update your settings. But if you update your settings, this is like someone, like if you update it now, if I update it now, it'll give them access to like the passcode or the pass key to go ahead and, hack this phone as well. So someone is looking to keep information or a truth from coming out. Also, someone's name could be Oswell, something about 2017 that they're looking to avoid to come out. Also, the payment of like $40 plus thousand that they did, or something about $17,000 that they paid to another place around that time as well. Okay, around August, or somebody that's born in 84, someone could be 48 years old, or something that they did around like in August or April. Also, I'm getting in December as well. So they're trying to avoid this type of situation where it's still going to be a 10 of cups or something like that. This is also a father figure that they all were trying to surround this situation to keep something happening. Like, this is like, okay, well, if we bury this boy and this girl and we get rid of them, this Leo, which is like, I'm here superstitious, so someone's name could be Steven, or Stevie. They could have, Carla or somebody like that, somebody that's born in 1977, they came up with the idea of like having someone to distract something to stop the work so they wouldn't be able to do this. So they could have networked with someone that they found out at a hospital, or they could have had somebody do something with housing, friends, also OBGYNs, some doctors as well, but this was mainly from those who were from Tennessee. 921, someone's birthday could be September 21st, or something they did around September 21st. Somebody could be 54 years old. It's like, we got to put her in the hearse. So they could have been like trying to rehearse about them reporting a death, or at least trying to get someone to be put into a hospital, or somebody born in September could be in the hospital. They want to communicate this, but it's like someone could be like, oh, they're not going to really care about this. This is also someone that could be trying to hide the fact that they're blocking communication from coming in. This is also veterans, Air Force, Navy, also foot soldiers, Army, or Marines, so military veterans, to help them safeguard what type of information is going. This is also someone trying to keep someone from flying. This is also like if they fly, we can figure out what pilot or plane we could do this for, and who, how we can set this up. But this person, whoever could have recently did this, or try to set this up, they just arrested somebody. Also, it's like in May they could have unalived someone because they felt that somebody was going to speak up, but they could have got like put siblings against each other, or they could have hired someone that's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius to do it. The Leo could have been like in the background watching, making sure that it happened. They could have ties to law enforcement or sheriffs, but they could have got a lawyer or somebody because they felt like somebody wasn't cooperating or being stealth with a movement, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or they could have had them unalive, or they could have unalived 3 other people or had somebody else do it. And it's like, for me, this is like them trying to repeat what they did to Craig, and then they trying to use that to do that with Adrian, because it's like, well, your mama did this, and your mama did this. It's like someone trying to bring up like certain bad memories to a child to get them to do this, okay? This is also like, you see how your mama talking to you now? Like somebody's literally using that, and they know that the child has the capability of doing this. This is also provoking a child to participate in trying to stop the work. They could know that, somebody could be watching, trying to get a practitioner to do something, like hoping that it would work, like with the smoke, something with the smoke detector. These people could know that they facing judgment, or whatever it is that I'm saying at this time could be hitting or stinging, and it's like somebody could be feeling some type of way. Hold on. Also, something about the left knee. The left knee, or somebody's name is Daphne. Daphne, Tiffany, Bethany, Allie, Kaylee, Karen, Dante, Dewal. Also, they could have had, like, got people, like, from gangs to get involved in this. A practitioner or something like that to cause, like, chaos, interruption. I feel like somebody was supposed to had gotten caught up in, like, a flood or something like that. But they had stopped. Ten of Wands. Like somebody could have gained wisdom or knowledge on something about what somebody was going to do. Because I'm here with my right hand up. Somebody could have figured out that something that these people were trying to do, that it's like, yo, we fucked up for real. Somebody could have picked up on that. Also, this could have been someone that could have reached out or got in contact or figured out. Gregory Williams, something with the last name Williams, was the one to get them information about my stay at Sheridan, Wyoming. And then they try to get in contact with whoever was like the head psychiatrist in that situation, or they got access to get someone to tap into my folder from 2018, self-admittance into Sheridan, Wyoming's Veterans Affairs. And with that, they may have started to question or ask something about March or December, or have them look into something like, are they not? And it's like, ain't no way. Like, I feel like this was a shocker. And with this, it's like, well, shit, we got to take the whole thing out. But however, they had somebody working hard, and it's like, well, you're going to have to give this to them in order for this to happen. Like they was working hard to come up with a plan. Somebody wanted to keep cloaking in the energy to see if somebody had came or approached them yet. Yeah, and to bring the information or the news to somebody about some lab reports. And somebody is stressing about that communication coming in. So they've been like literally paying people to redirect the phone calls, redirect emails. If people have been reaching out trying to book things, they're making sure that no one is able to reach me at those locations, okay? This is like making sure no one can come towards me to tell me anything. Like literally they're looking to make sure that no one tells me this. Whoever this Libra is, Pisces, or Cancer, or Virgo. Also Leo. So we got Leo, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, and Libra. I said Libra, Leo, Cancer, Pisces. It's heavy on them. Also an Aquarius. Heavy on the Libra, because it's like, how come is it like, it's like, let it go. This is like somebody being empress and having wisdom, and it's like they can know, you like a person knows, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, can you give me the paperwork already? And somebody keeps trying to like cloak to figure out when this information is going to come in. This is also someone like say that something is supposed to come in. This is like somebody want to give like pennies versus what it is that they owe. It's like they coming in with the page versus they supposed to give the whole Ace of Pentacles. Like somebody's literally trying to do that, but they want to create chaos to make something seem like, oh, they're double-minded, they're not thinking right, oh, they're causing chaos in my life. And it's like, can't nobody cause chaos in your life if they're not fucking near you. I thought you don't believe in this shit, so how is someone creating something? This is also someone, if they are a registered nurse practitioner, somebody could also do admin work and trying to put in particular information on the behalf of a doctor. For somebody like the clerk or the person who like, you know, answer or responds or something like that for the doctor or this surgeon. The surgeon could be like a GI. They work with the stomach or whatever, or OBGYN. This is like, okay, well, once we go in, we can go ahead and do the surgery and cause this death. But this is like somebody trying to convince somebody to type up paperwork. So somebody, this is perjury at its best. And they keep trying to pay certain people to try to cause it to come to an end. They may have been doing this since March and was hoping that they could still do this or get it done before July. Like something, they want something done before July, but they haven't been able to do this. This is also someone could be catching on to the lie. Someone is catching on to the lie. I feel like this month they caught on to the lie in the perception of the emotional manipulation that they were hoping to do. Like, well, at least she won't figure out who of us are watching. Yes, the fuck I can. I mean, y'all guys are fucking weirdos. This is also someone who's definitely from Memphis. Definitely from fucking Memphis. Or has some type of association from Memphis or Nashville or TSU. Okay? This is also someone who has ties to like Nashville, Missouri, Salem, Alabama. Because I was like, wait, where did they do the march at? And I was like, that's Salem, Alabama. Or Birmingham, Atlanta, Kentucky. I'm here in Louisville. Also, Louisville, Kentucky. St. Louis, Missouri. Illinois. It's like when you cross over Kentucky to go into Illinois, it's like a casino in that area. So something about a casino area there. Also, I'm picking up Michigan. Somebody's father owns like a major store in the city somewhere, like a furniture store. They could have been like in the Air Force or something like that, or part of the Gulf War. Also, Kennedy Law Firm is very prevalent, or Meeks Law Firm, or Potter's Law Firm. This is also someone having ties to a clerk, a clerk or social security, or someone who do admin paperwork for someone. Someone does admin, but they're like signing off for a doctor and they're not supposed to. Also, a preacher, Gregory Williams. Okay, St. Bethlehem Church or whatever it's called. St. Bethlehem Baptist Church. That was like what? Is that 41A or Wilma Rudolph? It's somewhere over in one of them two areas. Going towards Austin P. Going towards downtown or Main Street, Riverside area. So someone stays over there, or Ashland or Sango. Okay. Nashville as well. That is about these people here. Someone could actually be a teacher or a director of something. They could be coercing like 3 people, 3 males and a female. They plotted on something around. This person also is going to cause something that they did be reopened, that they did in 1997, in 1987, also 2006, 2010, and 2013 is going to be reopened on this person. So whoever they just recently just hired, they're going to look into something that they did or what type of program they went into. Also, K. Michelle is very prevalent. Someone could have went like to college with this person or something, or city, town. Someone's about to get caught red-handed, or somebody could have red hair or just got their hair dyed red or burgundy or something like that. I'm hearing can't raise no man. Someone could have been born in 1969, 1996, 1939. Someone could own a horse. Someone could be a veterinarian. Someone can own a snake or a bird. Someone's nickname could be Birdie. Or last name is Berg Law Firm. Ashland Berg or Ashley. Also, someone works for Remax or Keller Williams Real Estate. Something about a zoo. Someone's name could be Sierra. Or this person could have did something to Soraya, or this person been trying to fuck my baby girl Soraya. James Henry Taylor V. They've been working together, so if Dr. Clardy ends up getting sick, or Claude ends up getting sick, it's you and your mama that did it. Y'all already knocked off Condra Smiley if she felt like she was going to do something. And she left money for me, you, and the kids, James. And your mama got greedy. This is like somebody getting so fucking greedy for this money. And people are catching on to this shit. And it's like, hold on. No, it ain't no hold on. And then they used Tommy Scott. They used Gregory Williams. They had also used... I don't know Puddin's real name, but Angela is his wife, Angela Parham. And then her kids, the kids that he has with Angela, which she's from Germany. Their kids, and I want to say it's Kanitha or Kanisha or whatever her fucking name is. They use her because she do work for like the VA, or she do some type of nursing. But also his sister Dominique, who was from Hawkinsville, Kentucky. And anybody that knows, if you stationed at Fort Campbell, anything coming out the hot town, baby, it was hot. That shit hot that in. And if they ain't talking about a hot stove, I'm talking about Cooter Cat and Ding-a-Lang. It's hot. All right. This is also someone realizing if there was a 4 lawyers or judges that this woman was working with, and then she tried to convince like it was like a woman that was actually really working close with her. It's like, hold on, like somebody could really be questioning them, and it's like, hold on, I need you to be talking to me. Like, wait a minute, what? And they trying to put on a game face, but it's like over here, like, I'm drinking, I'm listening to you, but this person's not listening. And somebody realized someone could have been emotionally manipulating them. Someone could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or a Leo, and someone realizing like you had me manipulate somebody's work based off of this lie. And then I feel like whatever lie it is, it's like somebody literally could have got hurt based off of some situation or information in the city, and they didn't realize that somebody could be going in. Because I was like, shit, really and truly, if Virginia folks got involved, the actual Taylor side of his family, and James Taylor the fourth, people really knew what Regina did to their brother. And then if his uncle Tobin really knew what James put his nephew on and actually set him up, that boy wasn't meant to get stabbed up that night. It was something that James told him to do that he knew that boy would have got killed that night. That boy didn't die for no reason, and it wasn't about only him saving somebody, even though James knew how that shit was gonna fucking play out. Because some of those people was up there at that party, and he knew what type of party was going. And if Tobin really knew, not only was Tobin only about to whip his ass for, oh, you know, he just like his daddy if he drink and he be trying to sleep with your woman. I was like, shit, you lucky that your uncle just only fucking knocked your ass upside your head. He should have fucking choked your ass the fuck out. But I said, shit. I had Keisha and them was all going in hard in the paper until they fucking really know that. And then it was also that on his father's side, the uncle does do music, or he does production or produce, and he do work with like artists like Smino, Bryson Tiller and shit like that. And they was like, Regina had all these fucking people convinced that I was only with him for the money, but them not knowing that boy was taking all the fucking money from me. Now that everybody fucking knows that, Regina Taylor, while you sitting there taking up for your punk ass son, and then you sitting there working with Veronica too, and y'all try to take my life, and then y'all lied on the paperwork. So technically, I'm still a free woman. I'm a divorced woman because off the technicality, how y'all reported back to Clarksville, Tennessee, I was already supposed to be dead. And with Sheila and the rest of them sitting here doing the power of attorneys, it seemed like it's a lot of people that he's even playing to this point. Even anybody at the Veterans Affairs, technically I was supposed to be dead, right? So that's why y'all was trying to avoid to make sure that y'all didn't give me the cares and all this other stuff because I'm technically not supposed to be here. Yeah, my bad. But we can carry on though, right? We can carry on. So anybody that has been playing up to this point to try to act like, oh, ignore her, you know what I'm saying? When you get close to her, do this, because not only that, with Regina Taylor and stuff like that, that also leaves Patrick and Johnny and Michelle, who've been hiding out in motherfucking Mississippi for Lord knows how long because she knew she was fucking wrong for what she did. Right along with Sheila that's been trying to play this power of attorney when it comes to my son Marcus. Okay. And then, oh, she's mentally incompetent. And okay, I might have a learning disability, but it does, and then technically it's not a learning disability because I can still fucking learn. It's just, hey, no one controls ADHD. No one can really control autism. Hey, no one controls it when you just not able to understand social cues. But however, the fact that you sitting here trying to ridicule and insult my motherfucking intelligence, knowing that I outsmart all of y'all motherfuckers all combined, and y'all sitting here not only trying to hide that right along with Carla and Shane, right along with Shadavia Hadley, who's been in the motherfucking cut, trying to hope that, oh, she ain't gonna know that it's us doing this, that got ties to the football and sports industry and shit, trying to take the fucking property and money that my papa Philip left with Georgetta Anderson, Willis, Adams, whichever fucking name she's going to use, because she didn't have about 50 of them. Chapman, Adams, Willis, all of this shit. So y'all just been trying to do all this shit just to get to the fucking money. And now with all of the years of all this shit, a lot of these people, especially when Bobby Lee Rawls got involved in this shit, it was a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. And when Bobby came along, the reason why he had the sway when it comes to the gyms, because Bobby is a gym junkie. So he had those people so they can try to keep an eye on it. Morgan, when she answered the phone, she was hyped when she seen that number. LA Fitness was hyped when they see like, oh, this is her. But carry on. Because this gave y'all the keys to the street when y'all had Donnie Donna. Because when they test him or her, whatever he want, I'm a woman. But you mean him, once they get the DNA, they know it's a man. And Brittany Pollard and them. Then you use Carmelita and the rest of them. Come on now. That's a whole lot of motherfuckers texting. Then you use Daya, because Daya been the only one that actually practiced it very, very, very fucking heavily. Especially she's well versed in death magic. Even I know that. But y'all have these people, what's his name? Prince. The major producer Prince over there in Texas. Yeah, we connected. Deion Sanders, we connected. Or is that was one of the secrets we were supposed to keep quiet after y'all unallowed my son and trying to go ahead and do that to Marcus next? Because y'all trying to get that $1 million off of Marcus. But y'all had already premeditated to take baby James out. Long before y'all did. Y'all was plotting on this around 2016, 17. Well, actually 2018. (2019) is when you got the last dude to go ahead and get involved. Not knowing. And then also having the ties with, oh, I can go ahead and get an NDA with this female celebrity through this person. Oh, y'all said that y'all knew that this person was meant to do this, and her folks is this. She don't even know that she tied to this person. She don't know she had this money. I knew, but shit, how was I going to get to it if I knew these same people were trying to take my life? And then it's like, well, we have her under a microscope, so she can only do so much because I had her put into the program when she was 6 years old, when she was 3 to 6 years old. And it's not like she going to remember it because we had her trained when she went to Campbell. Yeah, Campbell was very fucking notorious for doing fucking hypnosis. Okay? Very notorious. If you don't know what the fuck going on, they got you asleep. But anyway, somebody could be 53, but trying to gain this money, but also doing certain things to the kids. But this is like getting somebody that's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius to take out this child, this Page child. But get the lawyer or whoever, this lawyer or judge that's supposed to come in to give somebody information in April and play like you didn't know where this person was, so you can carry this out up until at least September, because the insurance policy that y'all probably pulled out in 2020 or in 2024, you're supposed to have this done between April and September. So you trying to get them to push back this stuff at the funeral home, which would have been like the same one that I did with baby James. Y'all trying to use that same place. Pop like, cool shit, we get this money. But unbeknownst to you, at that funeral home, the wife, her energy was very prominent, which shows that she's connected to the lady that works here. I'm not. It's like, yeah, once you act like you gave it to her, we can still keep doing this. Also, it's something about a tourist who keeps trying to, block something. But then it's like, well, we'll take out anybody out the way because it's too much money. We told these people who's going to pay them 2021, okay? And with this happening in 2021, you had to do something, right? And trying to hide like you didn't know what was going on. Like, somebody's not like, I don't know. This is like, well, if we stop them from being able to see this, they won't know who all is looking at this. But it took for me to explain to you how the internet work and how YouTube and all that other stuff. Well, we can get them to go and watch her account, but what? The truth shall set you free. And the more that you keep doing this with this Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person, that you coming up with this idea to cover up this shit with this damn Aquarius woman and this immature ass fucking child to try to stop this work, okay? To give a runaround about this water sign for somebody to have a new beginning, and then feeling like, oh well, if he feels like he's slighted, and y'all went on ahead and observed this person's behavior in hopes that, hey, she could slight all these people, so we know out of any of them they'll end up wanting to kill her on her own, and we ain't got to come out of pocket to pay none of them motherfuckers, because they gonna already be mad enough. We already tested the waters with certain people and seeing how they picked and choose which person they seeing. So depending on whoever these men got with, whether it's same sex, transgenders, or some other women or some strippers and shit like that, and they felt like they was making money and it was from my folks or something like that, they knew what the fuck they was doing. They was just testing these people to see what their temperament was, so they can figure out like, okay, well, we already know what her temper is, so either way it goes, either she's gonna go ahead and finish all of them and she still get locked up and we can still do this, or they'll all get mad enough in this situation, they'll be confused, because ain't nobody sitting in the background wondering why the motherfuckers who originally put y'all on to the situation, ain't nobody been paying attention to them. That's what the funniest shit is. Like, shit, yeah, I'll trigger the fuck out of you, but I'm gonna keep it real though. At least you know it ain't no fucking lie coming from me. But whoever this Cancer is, they blame, oh, I got T's, but all of a sudden you come into $700,000 and you got this deal with your pharmacy deal and shit like that, but you create a fucking lie like I wasn't gonna know what the fuck you was doing in the background, ho. Like you a weird ass bitch. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go get these GDs that I know up the road or whatever. Like I'm gonna go back to my old soror and I'm gonna go back to my old college. And it was this nigga I used to fuck with, which you gonna mess with a person that you considered a friend with him because he used to be a gang member, because she had a little thing when 2008, she had a little thing where she just had a thing for thugs. But it was just like, them Air Force kids that got to travel the world and they don't ever get to. So she was so enamored about my life, but I was like, ain't shit enamoring about this. But I want to say he was a GD from Memphis and whatever. But that's all it is. And it's like, well, James had his folks could have had ties to certain, people in the projects. I wouldn't say like Clarksville wasn't no major place for like no gangs like that. But I mean, if they did have people, they were from out of town, or they were military kids that did, family ended up got married. Their mama was little hookers and shit like that and got them military men back in the day. That's all that shit is. But it's like, okay, well, I need somebody to come in and do a blackout and I'll pay y'all $30,000, or I'm gonna give y'all, I'll give y'all $30,000, and when y'all, I'm gonna fly y'all there, and once we fly y'all there, this is what I need you to do. And then I have a friend that's gonna look out for you. If you get hurt or something like that, or something goes down, because we got other people on there, some veterans and stuff like that. Somebody's name could be Lewis. And it's like, we're going to have to get them to come through. So it's like this person calling my other fucking baby daddies. Mind you, Adrian daddy ain't want to have shit to do with his ass. But then all of a sudden we're going to get Lewis. But I know Lewis do this shit with the phone. So I'm going to call Danny Walden and see if he can go ahead and get Lewis on the phone. And I can get him from Texas and have him and his wife or baby mama or whatever he got going on, get his folks going, which that would lead to Rilda Hudson and bring back the old shit when she hit my email and not knowing what the fuck she was talking about, not knowing that my own mama gave that man a fucking drug. That's why my son is here. But I don't regret having Adrian at all. But she's the same one trying to set up, if something happened to Adrian, I know how she fucking did that shit. 2 Aries in a fucking August Leo, a Gemini, and a Pisces. And they could have used their little badass kids to try to jump on them. And then it's like, okay, well, unbeknownst to them, they watching the whole fucking setup. Even if I feel like they even watch this shit go down. Because you want to do a fucking social experiment of how the person is going to react or respond. Like, where's the fucking men at in this situation? Where's the dignity in this shit? These motherfuckers ain't nowhere near fucking civilized, but be quick to run behind a fucking Bible or something like that. But whoever this gang member is, show me who this is. Show me. They're hesitant about it. Somebody could be a blood. Somebody could be a rolling 60. Somebody could be a MS-13. Somebody could, like, yeah, we had those people. We had those hardcore motherfucking Mexicans back in the day. Mexicans, Venezuelans, Colombians, and shit like that way back in the day. Especially in Texas and Oklahoma, we had a lot of them motherfuckers with us. I was always surrounded by them. It was cool to the motherfucker though. I ain't never have a problem with them. But they must have paid them like 4 bands, or told them that they was gonna come up with money, because back in the day they was really, they was good for the money. So that's why they ain't ever fucking trip on it. But like if you trying to get a cop to flip or something like that, back in the day you can pay them like $1,000. But now, depending on where you getting them from, $3,000 to $4,000, you got a dirty cop somewhere. Like shit, you just look at the salary, where they live at, what's their rank, how long they been in. And if you see them flying, traveling, and then they swear up and down they got a business, shit, all you got to do is look at them, how they was living prior to. But somebody based this shit off a lie, try to lie about how they got this insurance money. Because I know they got insurance money off of baby James's death. Regina probably filed for it, most likely. And then she lied to whoever she had help her do the paperwork, and then convinced these other lawyers. I feel like the female lawyers, she had them do. The other 3 dudes, they was just sitting there like, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. But it was like somebody, I don't know, out of these people who are looking at the situation, I know about all 4 of them knew I was going to figure it out. But it's one of them that's been super fucking intrigued and enamored from like either Tennessee, here in Florida, Georgia, Texas, or whatever. Whoever been fucking watching, they're like, whoa. But the only person that got duped in this situation was the female by this fucking Aquarius bitch. And then the Cancer person is just sitting there like everybody's not going to be a flying monkey, but they fit to get caught red-handed, because whoever, I'm getting like K Michelle, yo. This is giving a vibe of K fucking Michelle. I ain't even going to hold you, but the only, music celebrity that want to keep certain things from being revealed or some things like that. Because what I noticed is like her fucking career and her notoriety is like going down, like it's plummeting really fast. Because shit, she ain't ever making a secret that she played with that shit either. That's one secret that some people, if y'all did not know, K Michelle will do that. You can be on the lowest of the low thinking like, oh, I'm nobody. It's something she see in you, she do some divination on that ass. Summer Walker was one, but I feel like she stopped doing it after a while. Hannah, Shelby Hannah, Anchorage. Oh, you slept with Dwayne Jenkins, man. It's only Dwayne. Shit, he for everybody. The fuck? Some of these motherfuckers was doing this for music careers, and once they figure out that when anytime you mess with me, you can get certain things and capabilities, but it requires for me to fucking like you. Also requires me to actually want you in my energy, and if I'm not receptive to you, you're going to lose out. But however, even though that I'm responding to half of you fucking ingrates, it just means that I'm just responding. It doesn't mean that I like you and I don't have fucking ties or connection, let alone I don't do business, and I'm definitely not making money off of this shit. And the fact that you guys are still doing this sexual abuse seems like karma is coming now. Whoever this person is, this Aquarius and Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio person who's been cloaking their energy in these masculine people's energies, now it's like somebody want to reverse something because some type of chaos has came around to somebody. Some chaos has came. It's like people will do shit to you because it's like, shit, you're jealous because I actually know how to be a mother and love my fucking kids. I wasn't like very emotional, but shit, I was still good with the best that I had. I made sure I took therapies, I took the classes, I took the courses, and actually wanted to learn. These fucking broads is weird. What else we have? Nobody want to be the monkey no more once they got the knock on the door. This is also somebody that could have stole a baby. I feel like this shit haunts the fuck out of this broad. Yeah, that's not your mother. But it's like they could be training this child. Somebody been doing this shit since they were 25. Or for the last 25 years. This is also like she wants to pull the same shit, Leo. But it's like a child. Like SVU case where basically the older woman or the psychiatrist who manipulated the son to believe in like, hey, mommy is in danger or whatever, and she knew she wasn't in danger. She was just concerned if that little boy was going to tell the father about it, but he really loved his mom and he didn't like for her to be in pain or hurt or whatever. And with that, it was basically she grew this habit of, well, shit, if my child know that I'm hurt or in pain, he's going to want to unalive anybody that hurts me, right? This is a grown-ass woman that's been doing this to a fucking child. They have been grooming them since they were between the age of 2 and 7 years old. And I feel like they just been carrying on and hoping that they could keep doing this. This is also someone that was like, they've been paying them to be quiet. Or also it's just like, okay, well, let me see what kind of enticed the person that she was with. And let me see if he gonna sleep with you or your sister. Like this is how Sheila and Carla and all of them get down. And they mad like a motherfucker right now because it's like, well, we'll keep these labs from coming to her. We got more connections and people that got more positions and things like that. They got ties to these, politicians and stuff like that. So the less that she know, and I know that, her and this person is arguing and it ain't going to work out. Well, we're going to go ahead and figure out who we can flip. We're going to give him this money. But then we're going to fuck him up because all the money we promised them and they folks in the community, and this is too much fucking money, and we trying to get immunity. So they using all these fucking Spanish motherfuckers to let it be known, like, yeah, we had this therapy, we use this stuff. And I was like, unbeknownst to every single fucking person, every Spanish person, that's why I say I ain't ever fucking had no fucking issue. Ever. And I said, I'm like, I just really wanted to get to the butt of it, of who made these motherfuckers believe this shit. Because I'm telling you right now, the thing of it is, they're seeing how much even more money is involved in this. And whatever the fuck it is that they sitting here promising these people, and some of them, they already, like these folks that originally got the shit started, they know how much money they've been spending and they know they're supposed to be giving it back. And the fact that how much they got to give back and how much, like they done did the calculation of how much they'll get back, what it would look like, and then the shit that they promised everybody that they probably started getting involved in this shit around 2016, 2019 and shit, they know, or 2020, they know for a fact they can't give it to them. It's not that they can't, they don't want to because they don't want to share the fucking money, because that was like, shit, when we divvy this shit out, we only left with, 200K a piece, or, 20 million a piece. And we promised these people. And it's like, well, how many people you had? And how many people you had? And how many people? Okay, well, we got to pay these people to be quiet. These people to be quiet. Okay, well, shit, how can we go back to these motherfuckers and convince them to go ahead and do, some other shit and take each other out? Well, shit, I'll go do this because it's the old school shit. They'll go out there and catch an STD, or these motherfuckers been had STDs or HIV. Like, motherfuckers fucking with Sheila, like, she knew to use fucking protection, but it was a capability that was somebody she fucked with that she had an inkling that would have that shit. And I remember her asking, she was like, yeah, I'm waiting for my results to come back. And I just remember she was breaking down, which I feel like her ass had that shit. Or, she had like some type of fucking, like a detrimental fucking thing, whatever it is that she came back with. And it was like, I knew she had to have it. Kiara had that habit. All of them, Carl and Shane, they did they swinger shit or whatever, that they had a habit of any person that I date, they would either fuck on them or figure out what type of person they had, do that, and then entice them to like, yeah, well, we get down like this. And then with me not being around and they know the person is around with me, they gonna feed them all this negative shit, right? And once they feed them all this shit, they gonna make it even nicer. Oh, well, we could give you, about, $2,000, and then, once we finish this, we can go ahead and give you another little 5,000 or something like that. And then once we finish this job, I can actually give you about like 50 to 80,000, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh shit, for real? Yeah. All you got to do is, that's why I tell anybody, anytime you hear a motherfucker say, all you got to do is, nigga, you going to jail. If it ain't going to jail, they going to try to take y'all ass out. If not, they going to try to figure out what's the motive of all the motherfuckers that went along with it, and they can see who can go along with the lie, and they trying to watch y'all motherfuckers see how long the lie can stretch, and then they'll go back to go figure out, well, who was she friends with? The only person that they could use that was Kiara or Courtney. Well, see if you can be friends with her. Then they had to go back to, okay, well, she was at Campbell. Who she used to kick with at Campbell? But the only tie to that would have been Tamisha or Veronica. So with them doing that, that was the only way for them to control the fucking narrative. And then it was like, okay, we'll throw you 1,000 here, a couple thousand here, 3,000 here, 30,000 here. Once you go ahead and get them in this type of state, was they crying? Was they doing this? Unbeknownst to you, they literally been in the damn country, and you getting the text like, yeah, we just such and such there. They over here at this location. Go sleep with them, but just don't tell her. Like it's all this type of shit. Like I was like, it was a setup from the fucking beginning. But them also knowing that the lawsuit and the case is coming in, and they know like, okay, well, if we can't get this person to go, we got to figure out how we're gonna give them fucking more money, which would mean they have to take out the fucking kids to avoid that they already brought back up that they had gang ties. Cause shit, I know Carla or Sheila, let alone Johnny Luter, they wouldn't be in the fucking jobs or the position they were in if they knew what type of gang ties and how far they shit went. That's why I'm just like, okay, but they also know how to manipulate the fucking game. They know how to rig these motherfuckers. That's why I'm like, everybody involved, if anybody had just listened from the fucking beginning, Feds has been on my ass since fucking 2017. I was looking for everybody to avoid, to not have to be looked into. However, carry on. But however, I was looked into the feds because this type of case was going on. This type of case was going on with me since fucking 2017 for my child. So imagine that in that process, me, unbeknownst to me, that I actually had a higher fucking federal fucking case going on. Not to mention that I was already on a particular list and I won't disclose. However, that actually has been going since 1996. And if I have to go up a little bit further, 2003. So basically, if you would have listened, a lot of you motherfuckers would be sitting here like, oh, I got this signed off. Perjury, contempt, lying on the stand, guilty by association. Oh, you posted that? Oh, that's registry time, including Kiara and Carla, because the shit that they did way back in 2005, right along with Omar Cordero, Ariel, Derek Tucker, and the rest of them. How the fuck you get in too deep when you could have just said, hey, Rita, hey, did you know? That right there would have fucking freed y'all asses from it. But carry on. Because the outcome of this shit is beautiful. Because they want to carry this out until September. However, that's not happening. Do you remember the 21st night? The 27th or the 21st? But they still wanted to go ahead and hire the hitman. And they trying to convince this motherfucker, like, if you do this, Carla is the one. But then it's like, also, you know what I'm saying, you got to unalive them in the kids. Yeah, that's a triple homicide. That's a triple homicide. And you concerned if they getting ready to bring information to me? Cloaking your energy, trying to figure out when they coming. Sure, trying to keep something low key. That's a triple homicide right there. In the Veterans Affair, y'all got them involved. Whoever the Cancer is, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person in the system. Also, this is Macy's and Fort Campbell people. Derek Ray and all your chapter and stuff like that. Why you couldn't tell your chapter to chill out? And now all the other people that they starting to take them out. Did somebody recently pass away? Did somebody recently go into the hospital? And if that's the case and somebody had to get a particular type of surgery, just know anybody that's sitting here doing this shit, you would have had a better chance. Run me the money, apologize, and get fucking lost. But consider it. You want to keep doing this. You want to be inconsiderate. You want to keep being disrespectful, right? It's already 2 of them that they're getting down. Actually, I feel like they just worked on the 3rd one. And then this STD or whatever it is, they already knew that once they gave... The STD came from them motherfuckers. They knew they had this shit. They needed to put it on my record. So you got to understand, I had 7 children. You got to know if you have particular things, I would have been forced to have a cesarean section. So if I had herpes, HIV, I had 7 fucking children. The worst thing that I got was fucking BV. Ain't no shame about it. But they went on ahead and lied to you and convinced you, but they also had their own people put this on the record. Because why? The main fucking person who actually had it, which was between Veronica, James, Kiara, Rachel, Hooser. It was between them. Y'all over here triple dipping, double dipping and shit. You knew you getting some shit, but you're just a carrier of certain shit. And then you... and if they saying... It's only one person that I could be getting it from, and that's a King of Wands. Or water sign, whichever one he preferred to use at the time. Or King of Swords. Out of those 3, that person was. But it ain't the other way of fucking around. And then y'all was sitting there running that type of case. Then it's like, treat her cold, snake her. Y'all know that this is because we still trying to unalive her. We're going to send this person to go ahead and try to give the information and say we couldn't find her. Because y'all paying people to go ahead and make sure I can't get my phone calls, text messages, emails. Y'all been doing that. So y'all been hacking the system. Ogun. So once I find out who's the practitioner that do the things towards Ogun, somebody could also be a rolling 60. Somebody could be not Latin King, but a crown blood. Y'all want to go ahead and get guns. Okay, somebody figured out, got wisdom inside, like, oh, they using us as a monkey. They trying to use us as a fool. Okay, the military people get caught up too. Oh shit, it's about to be some smoke. Somebody get in trouble. The school director person still wanted to go mess with the child and try to do certain things. Whoever this Cancer is, or this Libra, or Leo. Now it's like they running out of things, and it's like, well, how are we gonna stop their progress, stop them from working? And now somebody could be sick, somebody could be losing their mind, don't know if they coming or going, somebody could be really like men down, facing judgment. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, watching somebody wanted to surrender. Now some people are just like, what do we do? Some people are trying to fucking escape, run away. And it's just like the Queen of Pentacles, they still gonna get that, you know, wish fulfillment. But the immature person who was working to help them now trying to communicate to run away and get the runaround. And it's like, how, now we learning, like, how do we fix this? Also, a lot about that, you know, who they real folks is, and they, you know, somebody could be black and Indian, so like shit, Indian ties and shit like that. That's a whole lot of fucking money that I supposed to be getting monthly based off of somebody leaving that shit to me. But y'all probably been giving it to Destiny or somebody that I probably ain't ever fucking need. Anything else? Confirmation. Discernment. Yes. Seduction and downfall, hoping they can take this down and use this. Yeah, trying to force mental complications. Like, if we keep delaying it, eventually they're going to give it up. Somebody could be an Aries or around April. Somebody started to hide then. Now somebody trying to hide and act like they ain't participate in this around April time or Aries season. Somebody could be a Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sage. Now it's trying to be like, oh, in April, like, now we trying to hide. Shit, even the demons, like, I'm in love. I love them and they wisdom. Like, these are people like sitting here like, shit, why I fucking attack the motherfucker that came up? Like, how we fix this shit? Something go down 2025 or April 25th. Justice. Like, somebody was supposed to bring some information around April 25th and they still ain't done it. That's going to be real bad juju. You're supposed to also let this person know about fertility, fruitfulness. Supposed to let them know about something being done. Or you know some information, but yeah, we're going to Ten of Swords then. An Emperor. Why would this Emperor want a Ten of Swords? This person with this love or love bomb. Because someone knows the difference between all of the situations. So someone wanted to do this. Also, this is another person that could be upset because somebody's love and submission to self, they know how to heal themselves. Somebody just know how to live. Like, this is like somebody jealous because it's like they know how to live. Like a Virgo. That motherfucker, you're miserable. Go fucking heal. Whoever this Virgo person, go fucking heal. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This person inflated and mad because somebody is intellectual. And then it's like you want to block other people because it's like, shit, I did the wrong thing to the wrong person. Goddamn, this motherfucker got a lot of fucking self-love. And y'all mean to tell me y'all was hating on the motherfucker? That's the truth. And these motherfuckers just mad at the motherfucker trying to figure out who else we could use to do this shit. Like, motherfucker, you was trying to get them on the line and then try to hide behind a fucking church. Goddamn coons. You know what the fuck a person meant for? Fame and motherfucking fortune. It's gonna happen regardless. Regardless of what the fuck y'all keep doing, it's gonna fucking happen. And it's gonna embarrass the fuck out of y'all. Like, damn, she's a money magnet. It's like dealing with the big boys. I always said I was meant to be super rich. I ain't ever had to worry about nothing. But then at the same time, it's like we gotta be real fucking careful how the fuck we handle her. Confirmation. The Hangman. Desire for knowledge. Liars. Evil spells. Archangel Michael is protecting certain things and keeping awake. Thank you, Archangel Michael. I appreciate that. Page of Cups. Comfort. Protection from the enemy, so it's protecting me from enemies. Intellectual richness protects fertility of women. Something is protecting that. Archangel Michael. Cycles are about to end. Archangel Michael and Gabriel. Somebody independent, self-sufficient. Somebody with strength. You're nurturing. Politics or political ambitions, wins judgments, and protects all those who seek the truth. The 26th, between the 26th and the 30th. Somebody, you should have some answers between then. Should somebody have the answers about this between the 26th and the 30th? Please and thank you. Yes. What is this great loss? What's the great loss? What's the great loss? Thank you. King of Cups, Nine of Swords, Ace of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, restitution, rejuvenation. So is this a situation in love? Oh, somebody coming a star, like somebody like let it go because they wanted to keep like doing a sacrifice. I mean, it hurts. Loyalty and allegiance. Somebody, but the legal proceeding. Metatron, a story being written. Judgment, the Sun. This one's a triplets. July 1st. Hierophant. Leo, Scorpio, and a Taurus. Is this family relatives? Okay, so This is the girls. So this is like somebody having to tell somebody that something happened with like some relatives or children or something like that. Something also about the legal proceeding, like someone could be want to come around, or someone's trying to figure out how they can say something or tell somebody this. Because it's like one of those like, yeah, light of an understanding of the situation, contemplation. Because somebody, you're aware of what the crime is going to be, but I feel like for somebody, whatever the crime is, you're still going to get this. Also, the medical providers. What's up with these medical providers? In the reverse, they don't want to come off this money. So for somebody, they could actually be trying to like get people to do some shit, stress you out, do certain things to your body, and try to act like they didn't see these results. But this is often due to somebody. You can have an aunt, some sort of mother figure, or somebody's a Leo for sure. If not, Aries, Leo, Taurus. Something about April 1st. These are like people wanting to play like, oh no, we didn't see this. Also, they wanted to try to keep this and they really looked into it. Or something like you're supposed to be coming in for them to do some imagery. They looking to avoid, they have to pay this one. So they rather sacrifice you. Because they can't get you in the psych ward. So they rather try to unalive you versus try to, they know they can't get you in a psych ward. So these people are mad as fuck. These are people mad as hell. For somebody, you need to know you got some helpers in the background. These people are loyal to make sure that whatever it is that they're doing, it ain't gonna be done. Like if something still needs to go out, it's gonna go out. I feel like somebody, you the new motion, you the new trend, even though they could have been like censored, as long as you put that age restriction on there, you know what I'm saying, you should be straight. Somebody, you could be liberated. I'm here that Nelly Furtado. I'm like a bird. Phoenix rising. Perception of unity. And heals the sick. Protects from accidents. Yeah, somebody wanted to cause the accident. Something that's meant for you, you're going to get. I feel like the lady said something should be coming to you, you know what I'm saying? Something about somebody, 1963. Somebody could be 29. Something about September 13th or the 29th. It's still going to come out regardless. But we got Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus season. I feel like this information, you may have did something, like somebody did something independently. 10 of Pentacles. I feel like somebody, you're 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. These are also people, if they were like tied to church, somebody born in 19, I would say died. 1960, 63. These people could have also tried to persecute you, falsely persecute you. But it's like somebody wanted to come in and regain the favor of those who want offended. This is like somebody wanted you to be like, come back, oh, let me, like they wanted you to beg, but it's like, that shit is gone. 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups, bro, you're winning out here. Something is for you is protected, or somebody could be doing something to make sure you're protected. You may be healing, but either way it goes, it's like something may be coming in this week for somebody, especially like, you know what I'm saying, I can only just pray that some, a blessing come in. Give me a little snacks or something, but shit, if it ain't fit, shit, I got rice for the time being. Make it stretch. It ain't like I ain't been in this position before, but this is like people hoping like, oh, I'm not complaining about it, shit. If there's a will, there's a fucking way. You got to make it stretch some shape, form, or fashion. It's like somebody helping like, Oh, they definitely gonna have to come back and ask me for some money just to get some food. I know they ain't got no money to eat or something, so they gonna have to talk to us to get something. Motherfucker, if there's a will, there's a way. You can make something shape. Discernment. This is like somebody like, well, at least we can try to redeem them so we can get access to the funds one way or another. It's like, no, I ain't finna fuck with you. These are people also trying to do magic on a person to make sure my discernment could be off, and it's like I'm distracted by what these people doing, but not seeing what they doing as well, and then they sit here still shocked, like how? I'm like, you ain't hitting. Try to say it's a propaganda, but ain't no damn propaganda. That's exactly how it's moving, and whoever's watching, they sitting there clearly seeing you. They just trying to keep the truth from coming out, and the person getting justice, and all they trying to do is steal this money. Somebody can see this shit. They try to act like don't nobody see it, or try to make sure that this judge don't see it. Like, but for somebody, if they was trying to get somebody loves the fact, loves you and your goddamn wisdom. Somebody loves that shit, and it's like I'm hearing, baby girl, you are a star. Not only is you intellectual, and then I feel like something for somebody, once they bring in some information, it's like something very big. Like, you know what I'm saying? It can make history type thing. Like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever if information is, keep it to yourself for the time being. What's up with this masculine? I feel like you have a lot of male figures and stuff like that. They know ain't nothing mentally wrong with you. Like, you're not going to get locked up or go to an infirmary, and somebody could be very angry about that. Like, you're very healing. I feel like you have more men that feel like you're healing. Might be a little harsh, but they feel like you're very healing, seductive. I hear that song from Usher, Seduction. They love that. And it's like justice in itself. It's like, but shit, are you a fan? Like, no. Shit, I thought they was going to work me, but who cares? Somebody could also see you an empress. You're very loving, transformative. I feel like somebody you transforming in front of these people's eyes. They can feel like that you have a look for ambitious shit. Only thing I want is my money, and y'all make sure y'all pay for my school, for my law degree and medicine degree or psychology, whichever fucking one comes first, and my cybersecurity. And we're cool. I don't care about anything else. You know what I'm saying? The irrelevant people, the religious aspect, I don't care for it. Like, the cycle is coming to an end. Somebody could know that you're very versed in like doing business. Someone could have looked into that, and it's like someone could have told someone very business savvy. When the King of Pentacles come out, that's like business. You know what I'm saying? It's not only Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo energy. It's just like you about your business. You know what I'm saying? You're a type of person, whether you're a female or not. People know you're about your business. A King of Wands or somebody could know that, or there's some people that know that like it's time for you. Like, you have will, ambitions, new beginning. You could also have, you know, plenty of people who want to marry you. I'm getting people like, damn, I'll marry her right now. Fame and renown. So somebody you're going to be very known regardless. Also, it's like something else that you do, you'll be known for. It probably, you know, come in fruition from April. April, it probably got recognized, or last November, but I feel like this November to next April. Something about love for the children. Somebody reminds you of strength because you're able to overcome things, sorrows and things like that. So you're protected from it. You can see things, a seer. Seeing, it was like, some people be like, seeing is believing, but it's like, just be a believer. You know the difference between good and bad. So it's like 10 of swords in you is like irrelevant. Somebody can see like, look, 10 of swords in you are doing shit is like very irrelevant. And I feel like it pisses some people off. If it's a bunch of females or something like that, I feel like it's a female, it really pisses off because it's like, but this is supposed to make them mad and it's not bothering you. And it's just like, for somebody, you're gaining more patience and more patience and more patience. And with that, it's just like, damn, like, it's, if it's women that's doing this, it's more men sitting back like, for also this like people realizing like you're transforming right in front of them. Constellations, Ace of Pentacles, motivation, the Sun. Also, you're considered like with the Hermit card, it's like you're an introvert. You're like to yourself. Is low-key also given like a mystery. It's like you're in your own fucking world. Like it's weird, but it's not weird. It's like, well, you to yourself, but it's like you're outgoing. You're in this world, not of it type shit. Retrification, Archangel Michael is here. Judgment will come through. Somebody, it's Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. So it's like more about the business, a little less about the emotions. Let me see. Nine, yeah, some you got some emotions. It's not like big. It's not page energy, but it's like I give what you give me type shit. It's not going to be like I'm gonna overdo it. So you may have just gained the balance, especially if you're getting in like your era of like making shit happen right now, especially if you got things going on and you need to make things happen. You're basically looking at situations where it's like I gotta make shit happen because like you're still nurturing if you're a woman and stuff like that, but it's like I gotta focus on making sure I get money in order, business in order. Emotions will come, but right now it's nothing there to reciprocate it. So it's like stay focused on the goal. Yeah. Like something being versed about you knowing something. It's like something like people can see that you scratch the surface on something whenever it comes to um illness, so someone can know that you're versed in something. Somebody you're going to be immersed, like I said, immersed, compensated, because it's like somebody looking at contemplation makes the truth known in a legal proceeding, and it's like you did this independently. You was able to figure out who were the traders, what kind of plans they was gonna come up with. It was like motherfuckers like, ain't no way. I'm getting people like, ain't no way. And they know for the same time they can't lock you up. Like for somebody, if you're concerned about like something happening or whatever, just know you're protected all the way around. Like you worry about people taking your kids or doing anything like that, you're protected. Don't pay these people any mind. Somebody, baby girl, you are the star. And someone is literally in their emotions about that. You gotta have some people who want to apologize for certain things too. But Archangel Michael is protecting you at this time. If you're anything like me, I'm that Demi Lovato. Give your heart a break, baby. You just gotta give it a break. Pay attention. Shit, if my money ain't in order, I ain't got no business worried about no love. Shit, I gotta get a car. I gotta get some other things going. I gotta worry about me. I got other stuff to worry about. Judgment. What's this Ace of Cups about? Ace of Cups, thank you. Justice. Empress. Somebody, you gonna get your justice. I feel like somebody, you're going to get justice in medical and in a law situation. What else is this just going to be in? Occults and stuff like that, like taking down an organization or a society. That's the truth. What's this? You won. Why is it in the side? It's like, how do you know this shit? This is like somebody that probably was meant to bring you something, but it's just like, you're a high priestess. How would you not know? But it's like, I feel like the only thing you probably don't know is like how many, but it's also like shit. Business is business. You know how to operate, but it's like, at the same time, somebody, if you worry about something being protected, it is your womb, your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, your skin, your face, whatever. All that is protected. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff is literally coming to an end. So anything that they're prolonging at this time, someone needs to know, like, keep nurturing yourself, keep focusing on self-love, especially if, like, stuff like just having a little bit of patience, because justice is about to be served. Because I feel like whatever it is going to be given to you, it's going to be way bigger than what you may be deserving of, or it's like these people feel like you're not deserving of something, but whatever it is that they're holding up, I feel like the longer that these people are holding up, somebody will face a death. The longer they hold up, I feel like somebody will literally face a death. Like time is like running out for them. Also, if they've been speaking on you, like defamation of character, this was going to be like injustice, and they can figure out all the people. I feel like someone could literally be doing a search of every person who could have spoke on the stand about you or whatever. You can go back and sue those. So whatever it is that's going to come to you, you're going to come back. It's like somebody, you're going to be literally spending your time in like courthouses. In every case that you're going to go put in the courthouse, you're going to win every single one of them. That's fucking great. I know I am. I know I'm gonna win every single fucking last one. So I'm not really like, keep going. Whatever. The attempt, carry on. Like that is gonna be you having to do life, not me. Some of you gonna be taking down a lot of medical people, psychiatry people, justice people. And if there was somebody that just went against you for it or whatever, also somebody might be able to take down some school people and anybody who literally stole from you. You can take them down. If there was like somebody who was very, very adamant for you or coming towards you, this person is going to want to try to apologize, but make sure that this person is a female and they had ties to the judicial, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Make sure you get them to the maximum. Because whatever it is that they're going to tell them, I feel like this is a person that's going to end up, like, when they first arrest them, they're going to tell them 9 years. But after they get in there, they're going to be like, yeah, we told you 9 years. You're actually facing 38 years because of something else. And then it's like, it's going to keep adding up. Whoever this one female is that could have ties to the judicial system. And then it was like, I'm also hearing something about the name of Annette, Yvette, Yvonne. They're going to add on like 3 to 8 years for every time they did a ritual or ceremony. And then it's like a threat or something that they recorded them saying that they wanted to do to you or was going to do to you or committed like a homicide. Like this person going to get hit with the book here soon. I feel like the 23rd. Or within the next 46 hours, whoever this female person is that's like very aggressive or coming towards you, a Gemini or a Libra, they're about to go ahead and get them. Or an Aries, Gemini, or a Libra. Someone's name could be Ariel. So some people could begin questioning. They also question some people who they brought in that was from a church or somebody born in 1960, 1946. Somebody could be a 33rd degree. So them realizing certain things, they're catching on to it. They also questioning a lodge or a VFW or a legion. And they're finding money that belongs to you that they've been using too. So somebody, just consider all your lawsuits, one independently, you're by yourself. Star energy, the 9 of Pentacles. You are loved though. There's a lot of people that do love you, but whoever it is like you probably just bored with these people and this stupid shit. Somebody, you're winning every case. You're gonna get justice regardless. Like someone's trying to like really prolong a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio judge or something, or trying to get this judge to prolong something so they can like off you. But they know that this is what they're looking to do. And the fact that they know that they're looking to like unalive you and they spotted each person around you at this time. And then I'm trying to do rituals towards you to cause you like emotional distress. And it's like you're minding your business trying to heal. And like somebody could be in your ear trying to ignore this. But it's like you're trying to get this person in the hangman. Like, why would you do this? And then you're like literally the 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. And then it's like, whatever it is that it says fertility, multiplicity, and helps one be patient, like it's about to be a tower moment for these people because it's like you're solving every crime. And your intellectual talents, like somebody wants to like compensate you for all of that. But something about business. It's like if they play, like say if somebody's trying, you go, I get ready to go to sleep, and they love to play when I'm sleeping. Somebody gonna end up in the hospital, like soon after they do that, and they're gonna be like, "What?" It could be a King of Pentacles. an ex-spouse or something like that, or Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It's like, well, they haven't mentioned about anything about their age. They haven't mentioned that somebody's name could be Justin or Dustin. Somebody's name could be David. Somebody's birthday could be in November. Somebody could be 38. Whoever these church people is, they should go outside. Also, these medical provider people, what's going to happen with them? They're trying to be blind, like, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. And it's like, yes, you did. They was trying to tend towards you and make sure you didn't get the care that you needed. But for somebody, you're supposed to have been back, but somebody was literally trying to hope to prolong something up until fucking September. I swear to you. Yeah, last month they were supposed to do something, and that was the time, and they keep doing this. It's like now they got all eyes on them for every time that they're doing something. It's coming to an end now. Something about the next 37 hours. So you might get called in to get an exam for a law case. They know exactly where you are. They're just trying to see if someone's going to do the right thing. And if they don't do the right thing, I feel like it's a mass arrest for the next 1 to 2 weeks. It's going to be mass arrest. That's if these people, I'm here, somebody could end up going into cardiac arrest, like having either a heart attack, a stroke, aneurysm, or a really bad panic and anxiety attack. Shit. All they had to do was just redeem themselves. Not my problem. Cycle come in.